Something happened to me on the way to work.
Go on in.
I spent an hour and a half in traffic. And you know when you're spending time in traffic, you're just like, oh, I just need something to look at just to distract me from the anger that's bubbling away under the surface. Well, anyway, I'm driving along and I thought, oh, there's a Ferrari 355. One of my favourite looking Ferraris.
Yeah, I think it's mega.
I think it could be the last time they made a pretty one. And
Yeah.
I get closer to it, do a couple of overtaking manoeuvres at 2 miles an hour, get behind it and I'm thinking, there's something wrong with this car. The proportions are wrong, it's too short and...
It's a kit car.
Kit car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rubbish. MR2.
So-
It's based on MR2 platform.
Yeah, so then it got me thinking about kit cars and whether or not they were good or
Yeah.
bad idea.
Yeah.
Of course, the good idea of them is, they're quite subversive. You're driving around in a car that costs $3,500 when, what's a 355 cost nowadays? 40 grand, 50 grand?
Yeah.
You're doing it for a fraction of the price. But then I thought of that awful phrase they use in business, managing your expectations.
Yeah, that's
managing
bad
the client's
expression, yeah.
expectations. Horrible thing. But then I thought it's the opposite with a kit car, because you're almost managing the disappointment. It's almost like going out on a blind date and the girl or boy turning up and just looking at them, just thinking, oh my god, you lied in your profile. You said you were tall. You said you had a personality.
Does that happen to you?
You said.
Doesn't it? This is coming from the heart. It's come from a sort of basically some sort of very deep, dark place.
I like to exaggerate.
Yeah.
But anyway, so these guys, think of their life. 1 minute you've got this smug feeling of driving around something for a fraction of the price, but the next thing you've got those questions at the petrol station, people coming up to you saying, is it a real one? How fast does it go?
The thing is that some people are obsessed with these things. Mate of mine, he loves it, he buys the kit car magazines. And he said to me, let's go up to this kit car thing in Donington. So we went up to Donington Park and there's loads of these cars. And they were lovingly prepared. And they did look impressive. But when I walked away, I just thought to myself, there's just that feeling that this is just all fake. And it says something about it just upsets me. It's something that's fake. It's just not right. And they are rubbish, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
Fiberglass nonsense.
I owned a GTM G3, which means nothing to most people,
Yeah.
but it's a kit car. And I bought it because, foolishly or naively, I thought that this car would be a cheap alternative to a Lotus Elise, because in fact Lotus used it in their development for the Elise, because at one stage we were going to make it a fiberglass boring story.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I bought this car and there was nothing good about it. The thing overheated all the time.
Felt a bit
The steering
rubbish.
was had the same turns lock to lock as a Metro. So this tiny little sports car and you're just going,
Yeah.
just to turn into a
It's all
corner.
wrong.
The brakes were terrible, it creaked, it groaned, it let water in, it overheated. Ugh.
It's rubbish. So I think we better wrap this up. I think our advice is don't buy kit cars.
Buy the real thing.
Yeah. Or Ian, if you haven't got the money, just buy a runabout. Don't even go down the kit car route because they're rubbish.
Consumer advice.
Good consumer advice, I think.